My roommate found my STD results, and that was embarrassing because my roommate is also my mom. And my mom is a little bit religious, so she called me right away. I answered the phone. I said, "Hi, Mom, how you doing?" And she said, "Shut your face, whore." I said, "Mom, is everything okay?" She said, "No, why do you have STD results?" And like, you know when you try to lie, but you don't have enough time to come up with a good lie? I said, "Mom, I'm applying for a new job." They asked me to get tested. And my mom said, "Oh, you are becoming a prostitute or something?" And like, there was so much awkward tension on the phone, I wanted to break it with a joke. I said, "Mom, I gotta hang up. My pimp is on the other line." And my mom said, "That's very funny. You know what is not funny? Your results." My mom at this point lied about my results to scare me from being sexually active. That was her plan. She said, "There is something weird." I said, "I need you to be specific." She said, "AIDS." I said, "What?" And gonorrhea. I was like, "Oh, thank God, she's lying." Like, for sure, she has to be lying, because nobody starts with AIDS and moves up to gonorrhea. AIDS is arguably the worst STD to have. It's terrifying. It's like having your house on fire. Gonorrhea is like if your mailbox got bent a little bit. Like you can bend it right back with 2 pills. I know that for a fact, ladies and gentlemen. I know that. I immigrated from Yemen, America, 15 years ago. And I appreciate how safe America is. Like, I feel safe, but I feel like racially paranoid. Like, I was at a gas station, it was me and 2 other cars, and one of the cars drove up with the nozzle, and gas started spraying everywhere. And it was just me and another white guy, and he looked at me and said, "Hey, dude, if this blows up, we're gonna die." He panicked. And I looked at him and I said, "Hey, dude, if this blows up, I'm gonna get blamed for this shit." Like ISIS will claim it tomorrow. I know how it works. Like he took off, I can't do that. That would look suspicious. Like I knew what to do. I worked in 5 different gas stations. I found the emergency switch. I turned off all the pumps. I got some salt. I laid it over the gasoline so it doesn't ignite. Then I walked to the flag that was on the premise. I faced one of the cameras. And then I got the hell out of Woodbury. And never came back to work again. That's how that. My paranoia started when the FBI came to our house. Surprise, surprise. The FBI came to our house and they talked to my mom. They said that they needed to have like a meeting with my stepdad. My mom was very surprised by the visit. I was not, because I know 3 facts about my stepdad. No exaggeration. My stepdad was a visa immigrant from Yemen. His last name was Al-Mujahid. That means the jihadist. And he went to flight school in the year 2000. He's a great man, but looks really bad on paper. Like I was not offended by the visit. I felt safe. I high-fived the FBI agent. I said, "Thank you. You're doing God's work." And like they had the meeting with my stepdad, and it wasn't even about terrorism. They sat him down and they said, "Mr. Mustafa, Yemen is going through a political uprising. There is a new need for a president. And if you choose to run for president, we have your back." I said, "Man, that is the sneakiest way to deport someone, you know?" Just hop on a plane, future president. I'm a big fan of white people. Love the whites. Like, if it wasn't for white people, I would have never learned to play cribbage, and I appreciate that very much. It's good. Like, my white friend was trying to be nice to me. He said, "Ali, I'm gonna take you to the most authentic Middle Eastern restaurant you'll ever see." I took a step in, and I was like, that's not authentic. Because it was too nice. They had customer service and patience. I was like, nope, I know my people, man. Like, if you want to go to an authentic Middle Eastern restaurant, go to the place that looks like a tobacco shop from the outside. You walk in, and there's a baby fighting a fucking cat. And the place is like half grocery store, must-have restaurant. They got a big sign that says, they got a giant sign that says, we do taxes now. My name is Ali Sultan. Thank you so much.